And we're back, and welcome to the Intruder Excluder. And this is normally about as far as people get because you have a lot of tricky jumps to make. And also because this is an NES game, the screen doesn't scroll, so if you fall, that counts as a death. Alright, just got up. Yeah, see, this part's tricky because this is not a level you can rush. And this is also something that is going to take a lot of time, and this is going to be really tough to get through. And this is another one of those checkpoint levels, so just be aware of that. Also, do yourself a favor and get the stick, that way you can break these things with a headbutt. And want that life. Let's see, yeah, for this part I'm probably going to talk more about the cartoon just because it's one of those things that's so bad that it's funny. And yeah, there is an obvious reason why that pilot never took off, and it has mostly to do with just terrible writing, terrible animation, and just all out a lot of really bad things. Also, one of my favorite parts is when I was watching Diabetes' Retsupre of that cartoon was when like at some point where Rash said, we have some serious brain bashing powers. And then Diabetes ends up saying this dialogue has some serious brain bashing powers. I don't know why that line always cracks me up, but it just does. By the way, instant kill poison gas. So, something else to know. Okay, just gotta make jumps here. And that's always fun. And you do have to be careful with the timing here. Let's see, just trying to measure this up here. Because you do have to accommodate for the poison gas, and then you also have to accommodate for all this crap. Let's see, am I actually going to be able to pull this off here? Yeah, see, I might end up waiting here a while. Ah, damn it! And I'm missing that one. Yeah, I went too early. But yeah, that's what happens when you end up dying from poison gas, is that you just end up choking on it. And that's never any fun. Alright, at least I got that life back. Now I actually gotta be careful here. Alright, good. Yeah, because I don't have the stick, so unfortunately, without the stick, you can't break those, gas things, which is unfortunate. But that is just the way life is. Alright, just gotta make this. Okay, good. And then carefully time it. Alright, good. Yeah, see, I am gonna be silent for a lot of those precise parts, but that is why I didn't want this to be a formal Let's Play, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, just gotta go. And then there's this last part where all you're doing is just trying to make jumps and not get electrocuted and fall into the pit. Oh, that was a lot closer than that needed to be. Oh, and by the way, don't come in here from the right, otherwise you do end up getting crushed. Because this game is stupid like that. But yeah, this boss is an asshole, and I do end up getting my fair share of cheap deaths against this guy, just because I don't like him very much. So all I'm trying to do here is just juggle him. Alright, just got it. And also, because you don't get any invincibility frames, those bullets will kill you in one hit. I mean, they kill you in 3 hits, but it might as well be a one-hit kill. Alright, just got it. Yeah, that's it. Alright, good, that stupid level's done. Yes, everything's an unpleasant surprise here. And then, in my opinion, this is my least favorite level. Just because this is a really obnoxious stage, and there's a lot of ways you can die in short order here. And then we gotta ride here and avoid spikes. And this is where the game really gets bad about the whole trial and error thing. Just because there's a lot of avoiding stuff, and the only way to avoid a lot of those things is to know that they were actually there in the first place. And yeah, that's just the way this game goes. And unfortunately, I can't get any more lives from points. So we're just gonna have to max out our score that way. And then there's this part. Oh crap. Alright, good. That did not go well at all, but at least I knew this part well enough in order to avoid the stuff. Which, of course, I did end up mentioning this part in the last part of Flintstones where I had to avoid that wheel. And you're pretty much doing the same thing here. Just had to avoid the frickin' wheel. Okay, good. And then, you do have to double tap in order to dash. So that is something you do have to know. And then a lot of it is just knowing where that damn wheel's gonna go. And this is my least favorite part of the stage because of how random the enemies are here. You don't really know, like, where they're gonna go, and sometimes they can just guard, like, or they can just end up in places you don't want them to be in and just end up killing you that way. And then I'm just using the turbo button for those things. Yeah, see, like that right there, I mean, you can't really do anything about that, and sometimes those stupid fish end up guarding the entrance that you have to get through, and I end up dying a lot that way because of it. Also, that thing does shoot out electric eels, and once again, they can just show up where you don't want them to, which is why I hate this stage so much. And then just gotta avoid sharks here, because they are jerks. Yeah, I decided to bypass that life just because I didn't really feel like fucking around with those sharks. And the easy way to avoid this is just to keep punching when you're hovering over the spikes. And that's really the easy way to go about doing that. Alright, good. Yeah, that jump can be pretty tricky to jump out of the water because you do have to end up holding A in order to avoid all this stuff. Let's just get going here. And then do the same thing here. Alright, good. Yeah, so I just gotta avoid some more shit here. And this last section, at least you can get that life over and over again. So at least that makes things a little bit easier. And of course you got instant kill ducks here. What I like to do is just wait for them and then just jump over them. That's really the easy way to go about doing this. And then you have to actually hit that one. Alright, good. Alright, you're not getting away. That's because you kind of don't want those stupid fish knocking you into the spikes, which happens a lot, by the way. And yeah, I usually like to avoid that shark until I can just take him out. And then, of course, that led to one of the greatest freakouts in a race with the rubber duckies at the top. And that's just one of the things that makes that race so great. Alright, somehow made it through there without dying. Yeah, you can tell I did practice this game a lot. And then there's this. Yeah, basically how this level is that we have to beat the rat to the bomb 3 different times. And I know that there is somebody I'm watching try and play through this game blind. And let's see, he kinda hit a wall here. Like, he really hit a wall here because he was really getting his ass kicked by that third rat race. And not that anybody blames him, and I am gonna show why that third rat race is like the worst thing ever. At least it's in the conversation. But then you have the music too. And you can actually get the shortcut here if you end up killing the rat before it hits the ground. But it is really inconsistent, and I think some speedrunners know how to do it, but it's one of those things I never really figured out how to do. I mean, I'm sure it can be done. And yeah, really all we're doing here is just trying to get past all these stupid platforms. And the rat does get slightly faster. But fortunately, the second one's really not that big a deal. Let's see, and now we're up to the third one. And I am going to try and take this on to the finish. And I'm probably not going to be talking throughout it because, yeah, you'll know why. Alright, got a decent jump, not the best jump. And the good news is that at least you can hit the rat, so you do have to be able to headbutt the rat at certain parts. So that's just something to know. Okay, just gotta precisely maneuver here. Alright, just keep going here. Of course, the music is not helping here either. Alright, good. Alright, get to it. Alright, that's done. And I just gotta get my heart rate down here. But yeah, that is the third rat race, and the rat basically makes Billy Hamilton look like a bitch. And for those of you who are fans of, or baseball fans, know that Billy Hamilton did end up breaking the record for stolen bases. I think that was a minor league record. And he plays for the Cincinnati Reds, even though I'm not really a Reds fan. But see, with this boss, really all I'm doing is just hitting him, just getting behind him and hitting him. And that's really the best way to do this early part because he can, or you can run through a lot of lives in pretty short order if you're not careful. And yeah, that's just how this boss goes. And I'm gonna be a little bit more conservative here and then just whack him every time he hits the wall. Just because I really don't feel like losing lives here. And if Old Endgamer is watching this, that's just something you do have to know, that you can't headbutt the rat. I don't know, hopefully he does get past that part pretty soon. I mean, not that I don't blame him. I mean, when I was playing this in high school, I did end up having frickin' nightmares about the music and the third rat race. I think I did end up telling him that. Well, just because the music is really nerve-wracking, and also just because you have to just deal with a lot of crap. But anyway, welcome to the Klinger Winger. Basically, all you're doing is just pressing the button in the D-pad in the direction that the track has taken you. Otherwise, you slow down and the wheel catches up to you and kills you. And also, one thing I do like about the Klinger Winger is that, well, the music's pretty creative too. And this level's pretty creative too. And that's why I love it. Even though it is pretty dickish in the sense that if you screw up you don't get any checkpoints. So that means you have to do the whole thing over again. And that's one of the reasons why it took Proton John forever to get through that part. And also with my, in one of my workouts I did invent something called Klinger Wingers, which is basically mountain climbers while standing on your hands. And I mean, I do use a wall too, so standing next to a wall and doing upside down mountain climbers. And I decided to call those Klinger Wingers, just because. And then there's this short one. Yeah, that short one can definitely trip up a lot of people, if you're not careful. Alright, good, made it. And now we gotta fight this stupid thing. And what I like to do is I like to pin it in the corner, you know, and I can actually hit it. Yeah, see, that's it. I like to pin it in the corner, and then just grab it and keep it there. And I am using the turbo button here just because I just find it a little bit easier to handle this thing. And then, that's basically how I fight this boss. I mean, yeah, it's boring, but at the same time, lives are gonna be so hard to... or you don't get extra lives in these later stages, so... you just have to, make do with the ones that you have. Or, of course, you could always just play this on infinite lives, which is a lot easier. And, yeah, that's... oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah, that's the problem with this method, is that sometimes this stupid thing gets away. And then he starts doing this where he can't kill you instantly if he lands on you. Alright, just gotta do this. So let's see, just gotta headbutt this stupid thing. Alright, we're done. And then it turns out we're on the last level.